What if I told you that Georgie's wedding in Heartland Season 19 isn't just another happy celebration, but a turning point that could change everything for the Bartlett-Fleming family? The new trailer gives us more than just pretty shots. Of flowers, dresses, and vows, it hints at emotional struggles, unresolved tensions, and choices that might redefine the future of Heartland Ranch. This isn't just about Georgie finding love. It's about the family preparing to let go, while the ranch itself faces one of the biggest shifts we've ever seen. From the very first moments of the Season 19 trailer, one image stands out above all others: Georgie, radiant in a white gown, stepping into a moment that feels larger than life. For longtime fans, it's impossible not to feel a rush of memories when we see her standing there. We remember her introduction as a young girl who arrived at Heartland carrying the weight of abandonment and uncertainty. Over the years, we've watched her transform through trials and triumphs into a confident woman chasing her dreams. Now, the wedding marks not only the next stage in her personal journey, but also a milestone for the entire family that raised her. The trailer frames this wedding as more than just a personal milestone. Every shot of Georgie smiling, every fleeting glance toward her family members is layered with meaning. We see her making a choice about her future, but it also forces the audience to think about the past, about all the lessons Jack taught her, the encouragement Amy offered, and the sacrifices Lou made to keep the family whole. This is why the reveal feels so powerful. It's not just Georgie's wedding. It's the culmination of years of storytelling that Heartland fans have been emotionally invested in since day one. And yet, the trailer doesn't give us everything. While we do see Georgie dressed for the ceremony, there's a lingering question that fans can't stop debating: who exactly is she marrying? The most obvious answer would be Quinn, the man she's had a strong relationship with, who shares her ambition and drive. But Heartland is known for surprises, and the trailer leaves just enough space for speculation. Could it be that the writers are hiding a twist? Maybe Quinn isn't the one walking down the aisle with her. Maybe, in true Heartland fashion, this story will hold back the final reveal until the moment it matters most. But even if Quinn is the groom, the trailer makes it clear that this marriage isn't going to be smooth sailing. There are hints of hesitation, subtle moments that suggest Georgie's decision may not be as simple as it looks. A quick shot of Amy looking concerned or Jack lowering his eyes tells us that while the family is proud, they're also worried. Weddings in Heartland are never just about romance. They always connect to deeper struggles. Whether that's holding on to tradition, protecting the ranch, or accepting the changes that life brings, this is what makes the reveal so fascinating. It's not just about the dress, the vows, or the celebration. It's about the way this single event will ripple through every corner of the story. For Amy, Georgie's marriage may stir fears about being left behind or losing one of the closest people she's ever had by her side. For Lou, it might raise questions about her own choices. Did she balance her career and family the right way? Or is Georgie's wedding a reminder of what she's missed? For Jack, the protective grandfather figure, it's the ultimate test of letting go. Seeing Georgie move forward with her life is a proud moment, but also one that carries the ache of time passing. And for Georgie herself, the wedding marks both an ending and a beginning. It's the end of her chapter as the girl we first met, searching for stability and belonging, and the beginning of a life where she defines her own family, her own responsibilities, and her own challenges. The trailer makes it clear this isn't a wedding that fades into the background. It's the heart of Season 19's emotional story, and it's going to set the stage for everything that comes next. Asterisk, if there's one thing Heartland has always shown us, it's that weddings don't just belong to the couple at the center, they belong to the entire family. And in the Season 19 trailer, Georgie's wedding becomes the spark that brings every hidden emotion in the Bartlett-Fleming household to the surface. What should be a time of joy is layered with tension, hesitation, and unspoken fears that fans can already sense just from the trailer's short glimpses. The first family reaction we notice is Amy's at first glance. She seems supportive, standing by Georgie with her signature quiet strength. But the trailer lingers just a moment too long on Amy's expression, a mixture of pride and something much heavier. For Amy, Georgie's wedding isn't just a happy moment. It's a reminder that her little sister figure is moving on, starting a life that doesn't revolve around Heartland Ranch. It's not jealousy, but a quiet fear of loss. Amy has spent years being the anchor for her family, especially after Ty's death, and now, the thought of Georgie building her own family may stir feelings of loneliness. The trailer doesn't need words to tell us this. Amy's eyes say it. Then there's Lou, if you've been following her storyline. You know, Lou has always carried the dual weight of being both the mother figure and the ambitious career woman. Her reaction in the trailer is fascinating. We see her helping with the wedding plans, smiling, but also distracted like her mind is somewhere else. Lou has worked so hard to hold the family together, yet weddings often make people reflect on their own choices. Could Lou be questioning whether she's given too much to her career? Or perhaps the trailer is hinting at a new challenge in her political life that pulls her attention away. Even during Georgie's big moment, either way, Lou's tension feels real. And it adds another layer to the story. Jack's reaction is perhaps the most heartbreaking. We see him in the trailer, standing off to the side, looking at Georgie with an expression that mixes pride with sadness. Jack has always been the protector, the one who made sure the family never fell apart, even in the darkest times. For him, Georgie's wedding isn't just another family milestone. It's proof that the little girl he once took under his wing is truly grown up. And while that fills him with pride, it also forces him to accept something he's resisted for years. That time moves on, and the people he loves will eventually build lives of their own. Jack's protective instincts may even create tension. What if he doesn't fully trust Georgie's choice in partner? What if he feels she's not ready, even though she believes she is? But it's not just about the obvious characters. Even Tim, who doesn't appear in many wedding-focused shots, is likely to bring his own struggles into the mix. Weddings often trigger reflection, and Tim has always been haunted by mistakes from his past. The trailer hints at him being present but slightly distanced, almost as if he's unsure how to play his role. Could this be a moment where Tim finally confronts his fears of aging, of being left behind, and of not knowing where he fits into the next generation's story? The wedding might not be about him, but it could still push his character into a new, emotional arc. What's striking is how the trailer uses silence and glances to reveal these tensions. No one says anything directly, yet every smile feels a little forced, every embrace a little heavier. The beauty of Heartland has always been in its ability to show, not tell, and here the silence speaks volumes. It tells us that Georgie's wedding isn't just a celebration, it's a mirror that reflects back to each family member their deepest fears, regrets, and hopes for the future. This is where the story becomes more than just a wedding episode. It's about how change affects everyone differently. Some embrace it, some fear it, and some resist it with everything they have. Season 19 is setting up a family dynamic that feels more fragile and more real than ever before. Because while Georgie may be ready to start her new chapter, the rest of the family has to decide how to let her go, and whether they're truly ready to face what comes after. While the trailer puts Georgie's wedding front and center, sharp-eyed fans can see something else brewing in the background. Big changes at Heartland Ranch. Weddings may be about love and new beginnings, but in Heartland, they're never just personal. They always connect to the land, the horses, and the family legacy. And in Season 19, the trailer hints that the ranch itself may face shifts as important as Georgie's walk down the aisle. One of the most telling images in the trailer is of Amy working with the horses alone. There's a quiet intensity in those shots. It feels like a reminder that with Georgie moving forward in her own life, Amy may have to shoulder more of the day-to-day responsibilities at Heartland. For years, Amy has been the horse whisperer, the one everyone depends on to connect with troubled animals and heal what's broken. But now, her role could expand. She may not only need to care for the horses, but also protect the legacy of the ranch itself. That sense of leadership, of stepping up when others move on, might define her arc this season. We also see moments that suggest Lou and Lisa may take on more responsibility too. Weddings have a way of forcing people to think about tradition. about what is worth holding on to and what should be passed down. Lou, with her practical nature and constant balancing act between business and family, could find herself at a crossroads. Does she stay focused on her mayoral duties, or does she devote more energy to keeping the ranch running smoothly as Georgie moves away? Lisa, on the other hand, has always been the quiet stabilizer, offering wisdom and calm when emotions run high. But the trailer hints that even she might face challenges after all. A wedding is expensive, stressful, and can put a financial strain on the ranch. Could Lisa be the one trying to keep everyone grounded while the family's emotions and responsibilities pull in different directions? Then there's Jack, who is never just a background presence when it comes to the ranch. The trailer shows him fixing a fence, walking the land, and standing in those wide Alberta fields with a contemplative look. These are small moments, but they carry big weight. Jack knows the ranch is more than just a home, it's the heart of the family, the thing that binds them together. With Georgie stepping into her new life, Jack might feel an even greater need to hold on to Heartland, to make sure its traditions survive even as everything else changes. But can he keep it the same when the family around him is evolving so quickly? The most fascinating question is what happens if Georgie's marriage takes her far from Heartland? The trailer suggests she might not be staying close by, and if that's the case, the ranch could feel her absence deeply. Georgie has always been tied to the horses, to jumping, to competition. Her passion gave Heartland fresh energy, pushing it into new territory. If she leaves, who will carry that torch? Will Amy be enough? Or will we see a younger character step in to learn the ropes, keeping the cycle alive? This is where season 19 might surprise us, because Heartland has always been about passing knowledge down through generations. Georgie moving on might just mean another character steps forward, ready to begin their own journey, but the trailer also teases conflict. There are flashes of ranch life under pressure fences breaking, a horse in distress, and the family scrambling to keep things together. These aren't just random shots. They're reminders that Heartland is never just about celebrations. It's about resilience. And in the middle of Georgie's wedding joy, the ranch will likely demand attention, pulling Amy, Jack, and Lou back into the reality of hard work and sacrifice. Thematically, this makes perfect sense. Weddings symbolize new beginnings, but for the Bartlett-Fleming family, every new beginning comes with a question. How do we hold on to the old? The ranch is the anchor, and if it falters, so does the family. That's why the trailer balances images of Georgie's dress and vows with shots of horses, barns, and wide-open land. It's saying, yes, the wedding matters, but don't forget, Heartland itself is changing too. And that's what makes Season 19 feel so important. This isn't just a story about Georgie getting married. It's about what that wedding means for the ranch, the land, and the legacy. Because once Georgie steps into her new life, the balance of Heartland shifts. The ranch can't stay the same, and neither can the family. The question is, will those changes strengthen the family, or will they test it in ways they've never faced before? Asterisk, the wedding may be the central spotlight in Heartland Season 19, but the trailer makes it clear that the story doesn't stop at Georgie's vows. Weddings have always been symbolic in this series. They're not just about two people saying, I do. They're about what comes next, about the ripple effect on everyone around them. And in this trailer, those ripples are big, stretching into every relationship we care about in the Bartlett-Fleming family. First, let's talk about Amy. Even though this wedding is Georgie's moment, Amy's presence is felt in almost every shot. She's always been the heart of the ranch, and now we get the sense that her own personal life may be shifting too. The trailer doesn't spell it out, but there are quick glimpses that suggest Amy might be opening her heart again. Could this be the season where Amy finally finds love after Ty? If so, Georgie's wedding may be the trigger. Watching her younger sister figure step into a new life might inspire Amy to take risks of her own. But the beauty of Amy's journey is that it's never simple. Fans know that any new relationship will have to honor Ty's memory while still allowing Amy to move forward. And the trailer teases just enough small moments of lingering looks and soft smiles that we know something is brewing. Then there's Lou, If Amy's story is about finding balance in the heart, Lou's is about finding balance in life. As mayor, she's constantly pulled in 1,000 directions, and yet the trailer shows her trying to juggle wedding planning, political commitments, and family responsibilities all at once. What makes this compelling is that weddings always make Lou reflective. They remind her of the choices she's made, the marriages that didn't work out, the sacrifices she's made for her career. So when we see her smiling at Georgie's happiness, we can't help but wonder, is Lou truly content with where her life is? Or is she secretly wishing she could rewrite parts of her story? Season 19 might give Lou one of her most important arcs yet, as she's forced to look in the mirror and decide whether she's living the life she really wants. Tim's relationships are another fascinating piece of this puzzle. The trailer hints at him being more withdrawn, more contemplative, almost like he's struggling to connect during the wedding celebrations. For Tim, weddings are complicated. They remind him of the past, of mistakes he's made, and of the time he's lost with his children. But they also give him a chance to step up to show he's changed. Could Georgie's wedding be the event that finally pushes Tim to reconnect in a deeper way with the family, proving that he's no longer the reckless man he once was? The trailer doesn't give us the full answer, but his presence feels like it's building towards something important beyond the immediate family. We also see hints of how Georgie's marriage might impact the larger Heartland circle. The trailer flashes to moments with Lisa, who, as always, is the quiet backbone of the family. Her calm presence may be tested if tensions rise between Jack and Georgie's choices. Weddings often magnify generational differences, and Lisa could be the one who steps in to mediate, to remind everyone of the bigger picture. And what about Georgie's own relationships beyond the altar? If she's marrying Quinn, that opens up a whole new set of challenges. How will married life affect her competitive writing career? Will she move away, forcing her to balance love with ambition? The trailer seems to suggest that her journey is far from over. In fact, the wedding might just be the beginning of a whole new chapter, filled with decisions that could redefine who Georgie is and what she wants. What's brilliant about this setup is how interconnected all these relationships are. Amy's potential romance, Lou's struggles with identity, Tim's attempt at redemption, Jack's protective instincts, and Georgie's new life, all of them are tied together. And all of them will be shaped by this single event. That's why the trailer feels so layered. On the surface, it's about a wedding. But underneath, it's about every character confronting their own truth, their own fears, and their own hopes for the future. And here's the most important point. The trailer drops just enough hints to make us wonder if the wedding will go as planned. Heartland has never been a show where things happen smoothly. If there's tension in these relationships, if Amy hesitates, if Jack disapproves, if Lou gets distracted, it could all come to a head during the wedding itself. Could we be heading toward a dramatic twist at the altar? The trailer doesn't say, but the emotional stakes suggest that this isn't going to be a picture-perfect ceremony. It's going to be messy, heartfelt, and unforgettable, just like Heartland has always been.